Welcome to Football Legend Stories. Today, we continue our journey through the story of Lionel Messi. Time at La Masia flowed like a quiet river, silent, steady, yet able to erode anyone who couldn't endure it. The weak were swept away, the arrogant were buried. Only the strongest souls could swim toward tomorrow. Lionel Messi, quiet as an evening shadow and unnoticed by most, was becoming the strongest swimmer in that river day by day. His body began to change. The regular hormone injections made his muscles thicker, his legs stronger, and with every stride, his movement no longer seemed fragile. Even so, Messi was still smaller than almost everyone. But the smaller he was, the more dangerous he became. Because to touch him, you first had to catch him, and that was nearly impossible. By age 16, Barcelona knew they had a jewel in their hands, but in an ocean full of stars. Bringing a silent teenager into the first team felt like placing a sparrow among eagles. No one dared to do that, except one man, Frank Rijkaard. Rijkaard had been watching Messi for a long time. He liked the boy's calmness. He liked how Messi never showed off, never tried to prove anything. Yet every time he touched the ball, the entire pitch seemed to hold its breath. During a coaching meeting, he said bluntly, "This boy doesn't need preparation. He has been ready since the day he was born." No one objected, no one dared. On November 16, 2003, Messi was called up to the first team to train with the icons whose posters he once had on his bedroom wall. Ronaldinho, Deco, Xavi, Puyol. Messi stepped onto the Camp Nou pitch in the early morning mist. His hands trembling slightly, he felt impossibly small in that enormous world. But the moment that would become legendary did not come from a match. It came from the instant he met Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho, the genius with the eternal smile, was warming up when he noticed a shy kid standing quietly in a corner. He walked over, bent down a bit, and asked, "What's your name?" Messi mumbled, Lionel Messi." Ronaldinho looked at him for a moment and grinned. "Good, you're going to make everyone here happy. Come on, let's pass the ball." Ronaldinho didn't just say it, he tested him. He passed Messi the ball, gently at first, as if to see whether the kid could handle the pressure. Messi passed it back, so precisely that Ronaldinho raised an eyebrow. The second pass was harder. Thud, Messi controlled it cleanly, returned it instantly. The third pass was a wicked, spinning ball, the type even professional keepers sometimes struggled with. Messi received it, softly, like catching a breeze. Ronaldinho froze. Then he burst into laughter, clapped Messi on the shoulder, and said the sentence Leo would remember forever. "You're going to be better than me. Remember that." After that day, Messi trained regularly with the first team. The big learned from the small learned from the big, and soon Camp Nou buzzed with whispers about the Argentine kid with the magical left foot. Of course, no one truly believed, until one training session Xavi would recount hundreds of times later. During a 10vs10 drill, Messi received the ball at midfield. Instead of passing, he dribbled past two players, squeezed past another, then chipped the ball over Puyol, the steel captain of Barcelona. The whole pitch gasped. Puyol turned, shocked and laughing. "Not bad, tiny." Messi blushed, nodded politely, said nothing. Rijkaard, standing beside his assistant, spoke only one sentence. "It's time." October 16, 2004, Barcelona vs Espanyol. The Catalan derby always burned like fire. But that day, something special shone from the substitution board. Number 30. Name: Lionel Messi. Age: 17. As Messi stood on the touchline, tens of thousands screamed, and his legs felt like mud. But the moment he stepped onto the pitch, every fear vanished. The grass, the stands, the noise, everything blurred into a distant haze. Only the ball remained. The crowd roared the first time he touched it, not because he did anything extraordinary, but because the way he touched it was extraordinary. Light, sticky, precise. A player like that didn't look like a debutant. He looked like someone who had played there all his life. Rijkaard smiled softly from the sideline. Ronaldinho, on the pitch, gave him a thumbs up. And Messi kept running, eyes wide, heart pounding like it might burst. That night, he didn't score. But Barcelona knew. A new chapter for the club had just begun. Messi debuted under the curious gaze of Barcelona, but only months later, Curiosity turned into expectation. More people started coming to training, not to watch Ronaldinho dance or deco paint passes, but to see the skinny, messy-haired kid wearing number 30. But football is never a fairy tale. Messi's path wasn't paved with applause. During the 2004-2005 season, he was forced into a brutal schedule, bouncing between the B team and the first team. His body was still adjusting to the physicality of grown men, and then came the injury. A dull afternoon, Messi sprinted down the wing, trying to latch onto a long pass from Ronaldinho. A slight tug from a defender, a wrong landing, and he collapsed. The pitch fell silent. Rijkaard rushed over. Messi clenched his teeth, tears welling in his eyes. He didn't cry because of the pain. He cried because he was afraid of losing football. He was carried off, his leg wrapped in plaster. Several weeks out, for many young players, it would have been routine. But for Messi, each day without touching the ball felt like being separated from the one thing that kept his heart beating in rhythm. One night in the treatment room, Ronaldinho came to sit beside him. He stayed quiet for a long time, as if choosing his words. Then he placed a hand on Messi's shoulder. "Hey kid, don't be afraid, football stays loyal to those who love it." Messi looked at his bandaged leg. "But what if I can't come back?" Ronaldinho laughed, warm as Brazilian sunlight. "Impossible, because a player like you, football needs you more than you need it." Those words reignited the fire inside him. May 2005. Barcelona vs Albacete. Rijkaard sent Messi on late in the match, as if inviting destiny onto the stage once more. Ronaldinho took the ball on the left, dribbled past two defenders, then chipped a perfect pass over the backline. It fell like a dream. Messi sprinted forward, controlled with his chest, and lofted the ball over the goalkeeper. The net rippled. Camp Nou erupted like a volcano. Messi ran to Ronaldinho, eyes blazing. Ronaldinho opened his arms and hugged him, laughing. "Told you, kid." That day, Messi became the youngest scorer in Barcelona's history. But more importantly, the world looked up and saw a new star rising. His explosion didn't stop there. The next season, Messi played like someone born to bend gravity. Two defenders. He wasn't a player, he was a puzzle with no solution. Late 2005, in a match against Juventus, legendary coach Fabio Capello watched Messi dance past defenders and muttered, "This boy is Maradona reborn." But he wasn't a copy of anyone. Messi was entirely himself. Rijkaard started playing him more. He was no longer the future. He was the present. His stepovers, his slaloms through defenses, his curling left foot shots, they haunted La Liga defenders even in their sleep. Barcelona media called him El Niño Silencioso, the silent child. Players simply called him Leo. Ronaldinho had a special name for him. Mi Pequeño Hermano, my little brother. In 2006, Barcelona entered the Champions League knockouts with huge hopes. Messi played more and dazzled fans with runs that sliced through entire defenses like wind. But against Chelsea, injury came again, even worse this time. Messi collapsed in the 22nd minute, clutching his leg, face pale. He stared up at the grey London sky. In that moment, he knew life was testing him once more. Barcelona reached the final and won the Champions League that year. But Messi watched from the stands as his teammates lifted the trophy. He smiled, but his eyes were red. No one knew that he cried alone that night. Not because he couldn't lift the cup, but because he felt he had missed an appointment with destiny. Ronaldinho walked in, placed his medal on Messi's lap, and said, "Don't worry, one day you'll lift it." Not once, many times. Messi looked up, wiping his tears. In his eyes were pain, but also the determination of someone who had already glimpsed his future. Spring 2007, Barcelona was unsteady, easy wins no longer came, and the golden era of Rijkaard was cracking. Ronaldinho was injured, Deco out of form, and Xavi, the future brain of the team, was still maturing. In that dim stretch, one small light grew brighter, Lionel Messi. Coming back from injury, he was a different player. Stronger, sharper, bolder, but what changed most wasn't his body, it was his presence. No one knew what he had gone through during recovery, but at training, he ran harder, dribbled braver, shot fiercer. He looked reborn, strengthened by the very pain that once swallowed him. April 18, 2007. Barcelona vs Getafe. A Copa del Rey semifinal, not Champions League, not El Clasico. Camp Nou was far from full. Over 20,000 empty seats questioned the season's hopes. No one knew what they were about to witness. Minute 28. Messi received the ball from Xavi at midfield. One touch, and the ball glued to his left foot. Two defenders rushed. Messi lowered his head, accelerated, slicing through them like wind. The crowd roared like waves. He entered the box surrounded by three blue shirts. He shifted right, then cut left, sending the last defender sliding helplessly. The goalkeeper charged out. Messi leaned, slipped the ball past him, and finished from an impossibly tight angle. The ball hit the net. 1 second of silence. Then Camp Nou exploded. People couldn't believe what they saw. Elder fans grabbed their heads. Kids screamed until their voices cracked. The broadcast replayed the goal once, twice, 10 times. No one could look away. Because it was the perfect mirror of Maradona's goal against England in 1986. Where he received the ball, the speed, the number of players beaten, the final dribble, even the body angle of the finish. Everything was uncannily identical. In Argentina, national TV called it the goal of the century again. People gave Messi the nickname he feared most, the new Maradona. But Messi, the boy who never talked much, simply shook his head in the post-match interview. "I don't want to be the second Maradona. I want to be the first Messi." But the world didn't listen. All they saw was the silhouette of an old legend inside the frame of a new one. After that goal, every spotlight pointed at Messi. The press called him a genius, a treasure, God's gift to football. Defenders called him a nightmare. Commentators used words once reserved only for Maradona, Pele, or Cruyff. But inside Barcelona's dressing room, Messi was still Leo, the quietest, the smallest boots, the kid who always sat silently beside Ronaldinho. Only one person noticed the biggest change, and it wasn't in Messi's feet. It was Xavi. After the Getafe match, as the team changed clothes, Xavi looked at Messi, still blushing from all the hugs and praise. Xavi said softly, "Leo, do you know what just happened?" Messi looked down, embarrassed. It was just a goal. Xavi shook his head. "No, starting today, everything changes. Every team will prepare just to stop you. Every match will talk about you. You've stepped into the world of the chosen ones." Messi stayed silent. He didn't know what to say. But in his eyes, once full of fear and self-doubt, something new flickered: belief. A few weeks later, Messi did something even Maradona had never done. He scored with his hand, the Hand of God Junior Edition, against Getafe in the second leg. Nobody could believe it. But for Messi, it was simply instinct. The world called it destiny. Messi simply said, "It's just football." But football had chosen him. If you want to keep discovering untold stories of football's greatest legends, don't forget to like, subscribe to Football Legend Stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.